Natalie, could you please give me some money tonight?
Money? Didn't I just give you an allowance 3 days ago?
Yes, you did, but I suddenly need it since I had some errands to run.
What are you going to spend it on?
Oh, my friends invited me out for a drink.
Are you sure it's a drinking party?
What? Are you doubting me?
What happened to the money I gave you 3 days ago?
That allowance? I want to spend it on myself.
So, drinking with friends isn't for yourself?
Huh? Don't be so stingy. I'm the one who earns the money, so it's up to me how much I spend.
I wish I could give you the money, but it's not like we have that much money. I know you're the one who's making money, but that doesn't mean you can spend it as much as you want.
Don't act like you're my parents. Are you telling me that I'm not even allowed to use my allowance as I want to?
No, I do give you a decent amount of allowance.
I can't stand it when you mumble whenever I wanted to get my allowance. You're home all day, but I work outside. I have a lot of social engagements. Don't talk to me like you're some sort of a big shot.
I'm not having fun at home either. I'm working until you get home.
Working? You're just playing on the computer, aren't you? Don't talk big to me when you don't even make enough money to pay.
That's not true. I'm making good money. Anyway, you need to manage your allowance a little better. There's a limit to how much allowance you can ask for.
You really are a stingy wife, you know.
Natalie, may I have a word with you? Hello, Fiona. Is something wrong?
You must give me $2,800 every month.
$2,800 every month? What do you mean?
You're so stupid. I mean, that you should send money to me.
But why?
Why? Isn't it natural to send money for your parents?
No, I don't think it's natural. $2,800 a month. We don't have that kind of money.
You're so loud and annoying. What I say is absolute. You're so arrogant. $2,800 is not a lot of money.
What on earth are you going to use it for? You don't even know why you're spending it.
My husband paid a lot of money for a woman.
Your husband? He doesn't look like the kind of person who would do such a thing, though.
It's not about how he looks. The bill is here.
What? You mean he borrowed money to pay the woman?
That kind of thing.
And what does your husband think about that money? I think you need to have a good talk with your husband before you demand me, your son's wife, to send you money.
That's terrible. My husband moved back in with his parents because his father needed care.
Yeah, I've heard that story before. Your husband's mother can't take care of her husband by herself, so they said they had to figure out a way.
That's right. I guess taking care of him is something my husband has to do. But with $50,000 in debt, it's appalling that he just went back to his parents' house and pretended as if he doesn't know about it. He was the one who's having fun with another woman. I wonder why men are so selfish.
Gee, it's true that you can't handle a debt of $50,000 all by yourself. You don't even have a job.
See? That's why you should give me $2,800 every month. If you can't even take care of me, you're not my son's wife.
Wait a minute. That's not what this is about. Such a large sum of money is not something that can be easily decided on my own. I'll talk to Clayton.
That's no good.
What? Why? The amount is $2,800 a month. It's indeed not good if Clayton doesn't know about this.
Please don't say anything to him.
Why not?
I don't want him to worry. If he finds out that his father got into debt because he's having fun with another woman, of course he'd be sad.
He might be sad, but he has the right to know that his father created a debt of $50,000.
Clayton works diligently from morning till night every day. His father's scandal has nothing to do with his life. I can't let him hear this terrible story.
No, Fiona, that's not the right thing to do. Your own son knows nothing about this, so why should I send you $2,800 a month? I just can't accept that.
Stop being a cocky wife. I told you that if you can't even take care of me, you're not my son's wife.
Still, I can't keep this as a secret to my husband. We have our own lives to take care of. I'd like to discuss with Clayton about what to do from now on.
What if he goes crazy over this matter?
Even so, I think we need to talk. I can't just give $2,800 a month to you without telling my husband.
You really are a devil. You just want to see my son get sick.
I talked to him carefully so that he won't get sick. Anyway, please wait a bit about the money.
You are a really useless wife.
Clayton, can I have a word?
What's wrong?
I just got a text from your mother asking me to give her some money.
How much?
She wants me to give her $2,800 a month. She said if I can't take care of her, then I'm not a good wife.
Well, I guess you can't blame her for saying that.
What?
You can give that much to Mom, right?
Clayton, what are you talking about?
You work all day at home, don't you? You've been bragging that you're making good money. Then give it to Mom.
Are you insane? $2,800 a month is a lot of money. How are we going to make a living for ourselves?
But Mom is in trouble, so you should do something about it.
I know, but...
You're a heartless woman, you know that? You don't even give me enough allowance and you pretend not to know when Mom is in trouble.
I'm not heartless. It's just because we have our own lives to take care of. I asked your mother why she needs that kind of money. She told me that your father was in debt to another woman.
I see.
You know about that?
If he borrowed money, there's nothing we can do about it than to pay it off.
But if your father were to disappear, you'll be in charge to pay for that debt, right? If that were to happen, you would be in trouble. I think we should have a family discussion.
Are you stupid?
Huh?
That's why Mom is trying to pay off the debt as soon as possible, right? Then you should give her $2,800 a month.
How can you be so sure?
You're always bragging that you're making good money playing on your computer. Can't you at least do that? I can't stand your overbearing attitude.
I'm not overbearing. I work for a living every month. I can't afford to give your mother $2,800 a month.
Then work harder.
What did you say?
Why don't you just find another part-time job?
How can you say that? Why should I have to work more to pay for the debt your father made?
Isn't that what a wife is supposed to do? All you do is being overbearing and stingy. You're not fulfilling the role of a good wife at all. I took an ugly woman like you and made you my wife.
You're terrible. I didn't marry you for your money. I don't work for you and your parents' sake.
Don't be so cocky.
Huh?
I'm okay with divorce.
Divorce? Why would you suggest that?
Because you don't listen to me. What's the point of having a wife who doesn't listen to me and my mother? If I divorce you, you'll be alone forever. No man would take such an ugly woman like you.
Why are you talking like that? You're being very rude.
I don't like your cocky attitude since a long time ago. You can divorce me anytime you want.
Don't talk about divorce so casually.
No, I'm serious. Look in my desk drawer.
What?
There's a signed divorce papers in there.
What do you mean?
I've been preparing to divorce you from a while ago.
Preparation for divorce?
That means I'm ready for it whenever you are. If you don't want to get divorced, then shut up and listen to Mom. And stop bothering me with all this nonsense. Hey, Natalie. When are you going to give me the $2,800? How long are you going to make me wait? You really are a useless wife. Besides, I heard that you don't even give Clayton enough allowance. If you can't take care of me and your husband, you are not a good wife. I'll have you divorce Clayton.
We're already divorced.
What? What do you mean already divorced?
I already filed for divorce 5 days ago.
Huh? I didn't hear anything about it. Did Clayton agree to it?
He has been preparing the divorce papers.
No kidding.
He said if I don't do what I was told by him and you, he'd divorce me. So I signed the papers and submitted them to the authorities.
What do you mean? What did Clayton say about that?
I've been getting calls and texts every day, but I'm ignoring him because it was his idea in the first place.
Huh? You're lying.
It's not a lie. So now you and I are strangers who have nothing to do with each other.
You're lying because you don't want to give me the $2,800. I'll check with Clayton right now, so wait until I get back to you again. Hey, I heard you filed the divorce papers on your own. Clayton was appalled.
How come? He was the one who initiated it.
But he's a smart guy, you know?
Huh?
He said he's going to ask for alimony from you now. If you pay him alimony, he can pay off his father's debt. He is so smart after all.
Are you crazy? What's so smart about your son who embezzled the company's money?
What? How did you know that?
I asked someone from his company.
What?
There are a couple of colleagues from his company who have been good friends of mine since our marriage. I haven't talked to the husband much though, but I get along well with his wife and we talk a lot. I was surprised when the wife contacted me because she was worried about me.
No way.
No wonder you've been asking for money so much lately. I knew there was something wrong with your son. The company said that they would fire Clayton if he doesn't pay back the money he spent. You're the one who paid on his behalf, right?
That's obvious, since it's for my own son. If I borrow the money in my name and pay the debt, Clayton will still be able to work, right? I think about that boy much more than you.
Do you have any idea of what you're doing?
I had no choice because you are useless. If you gave me $2,800 every month, I could have put that money toward paying off the debt. I thought it was a good idea myself.
What a dreadful mother and son. Your husband had nothing to do with this debt, right? You're blaming your husband who's been taking care of his father without letting him know about the truth. What do you guys think you're doing?
It's okay. My husband doesn't know anything about it, and things will end up in peace.
Huh?
Clayton has a high income. He's going to get a big bonus. So I'm going to pay the debt by using his money.
How can Clayton, who is broke, do such a thing?
That's because you've been so stingy. You took away all of his salary, and you didn't even give him enough monthly allowance. From now on, I'm going to manage his salary.
I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think it's possible for him to pay you with what he earns.
Why not?
Didn't Clayton tell you? His salary has been cut due to a series of scandals. His take-home monthly pay is $1,100. His bonus is the same amount.
$1,100? Not $11,000? I don't know if you're frustrated or what, but don't lie to me.
I'm telling the truth. Because, think about it. Clayton has embezzled the company's money, right? Under normal circumstances, he would have been fired. But his co-workers asked the company to let him take a pay cut instead.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. You can contact the company if you don't trust me.
Then how have you been making a living?
Clayton's salary was mostly spent by him, so I was paying the rent and general living expenses.
What? How can you pay for those when you don't even have much of a job?
I told you I'm working, didn't I? Even with this, I earn about $8,000 a month. I make over $100,000 a year.
Seriously? You make that much money?
Yes, indeed.
Wait a minute. Then if you divorce him, Clayton won't be able to make a living. What about the debt I created on behalf of him?
I don't know what you're going to do, but $2,800 a month is impossible, isn't it?
Absolutely impossible. Hey, Natalie, please don't get a divorce and start over with Clayton again.
Impossible, because I've already filed for divorce.
That doesn't matter. All you have to do is file the marriage certificate again and make the same money as before and help me with my debts.
How dare you say that? You and Clayton have been making fun of me for a long time, haven't you? That I don't work hard enough? And that I'm a useless wife? Also, that I should go out to work more? I felt like I was being gouged in my chest. No matter what I said, you didn't believe me. Do you think I would go back to horrible people like you guys? Stop joking.
Don't say that. I apologize for what my son did. I'll talk to my son and make him listen to you very well. From now on, I will do exactly as you tell me to do. So help us.
I'll tell you the shocking truth instead. Clayton has also spent all the money I had saved up when I was single. I had $50,000. I'm going to make him pay that back exactly too.
What? In addition to the $50,000 I borrowed, you're going to add another $50,000? No kidding. Of course that's impossible.
Clayton wouldn't stop gambling no matter how many times I warned him. So he started spending all the money in the house. And to top it all off, he even embezzled the company's money. If you're not very careful, there's a possibility that your debts will increase in the future.
Oh no.
Then I have some very sad news for you. I have informed your husband about all this matter.
Huh? How could you do such a selfish thing? Are you trying to ruin my family?
He is your husband. How could you borrow such a large sum of money and not inform him? Your husband was terribly shocked. It's obvious, isn't it?
Why did you tell him?
There's no way you could hide it from him. I thought it would be better to tell him properly before Clayton's debts increase.
And what did my husband say?
He said he was considering to divorce you.
Divorce?
He doesn't want to spend the rest of his life paying for debt. So you should think about that too. You should also consider that he might charge you for alimony.
What? Because it's his fault too. He was originally supposed to lend money to Clayton, who came to him for advice about not having enough money. But since he used the money to pay for the renovation of his parents' house, he couldn't help him. When I saw how disappointed Clayton was, I had no choice but to do this.
How could you do that? As a parent, you should have scolded Clayton for creating his debt. But you borrowed money on his behalf. It's appalling that you would borrow that money on behalf of him and make me pay it off.
I'm sorry, Natalie. It was my fault. It was my fault for not scolding my son. I'm sorry for what I've done. So let's support each other again together as a family.
Huh? You must be joking. I have no intention of doing that.
My husband is divorcing me. I don't want to lose everything and be left with nothing but debt. You make over $100,000 a year, right? I'll do anything for you. I'll prepare meals, do laundry, clean the house. I'll work for you like a housekeeper. So let's live together.
Don't be silly. I told you I'm already divorced. Why should I live with you people?
How can you be so cold? I've loved you as my son's wife until now.
You've got to be kidding me. You made fun of me and always said that I should get a divorce. I don't get the idea about how you love me so much from your attitude towards me. Anyway, from here on out, everything will be discussed through my lawyer, and you will be required to repay my savings that your son used. I've already told your son, but you'll have to remind him too.
Oh no. My husband divorced me and I can't live with that kind of debt.
But you don't have a choice now. You and your son must make up your minds. Now, if you'll excuse me. Afterwards, I filed a claim through my lawyer to return the $50,000 that had been used without my permission. Clayton insisted that he would never pay me the money. However, it was clear from the bank book that he had used the money, so he finally agreed to pay. In addition, he has to repay his mother for the money she borrowed on behalf of him. My father-in-law divorced his wife, so she has no choice but to live with Clayton. Fiona is also working part-time to make ends meet. Besides, she was also sued by my father-in-law for alimony. However, in addition to Clayton's low income, Fiona's part-time job pays only a fraction of what her son's income is. So both of them started working part-time at night. I wonder if this will finally cure Clayton's gambling habit. But it's none of my business anymore. My job as a web writer is going well, and I'm getting new jobs. I'm busier than ever before. I can concentrate on my work because I don't have to deal with my ex-husband and his mother. So I am enjoying it and working hard.